brisket.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
Christ. Jiminy Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean,
I
no.
don't think it's
I
never
guess.
too late, Randy.
Have you got a sombrero there handy?
A sombrero?
Hang on.
This ought to be good. Was that a machine gun I heard, or?
I don't know, but he was the one that told us to hit record. I would just like to point
Yeah,
that out.
I know.
And I'm going to probably leave all this in. Because that's what I do.
Damn. Oh, boy. There you go.
You going out to the safari?
Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm Randy the Possinator Twyford.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 131. Okay, so Randy, I'm assuming you've terminated more possums?
Yes, I have.
Like, how many are we talking?
7.
Oh my god.
7 more?
7 total that I've got out around the shed and here at the house.
Oh.
They love cat food.
They
And
do love cat food.
So they hang with the cats. And so I've trapped some, and but my lethal tool of choice on getting them is a flat-headed spade.
Are you killing them?
Yeah, I knock them out.
You just knock them out, or you?
I knock them out.
You trap them and then you let them go and smack them?
No. If they get in the trap, Annie Oakley, a.k.a. Marla, she gets her trusty .22 pistol caliber revolver out, and she caps them.
So where's the spade come in?
Well, like the other day, I was walking along and I saw one. He was in the cat food. They really are stupid because you walk by and they stop looking, they stop eating, and just look at you. You know they're thinking, should I run or should I stay? Well, I better stay here and get a little bit more to eat. So when they get back down and stop to eat, that gives me time to go get the spade, and then I take the spade and whack them with it. And then that kind of knocks them out. They get a couple more whacks, so they're knocked out good. And then while they're unconscious, that's when I'll get Marla, and she comes out with a .22 and caps them. And then throw them in the dumpster. Either throw them in the dumpster or throw them out in the field. But yeah,
God,
we've got 7 of the little bastards.
You really got to shoot some video of Marla capping them with the .22.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Oh God, Randy, you got to.
I mean, she spins the thing, you know, where you put the bullet, she'll spin it and load it up. It's her dad's gun that he had for years and years and years. And she'll load it up with the .22s, and then she'll get her all lined up, and she'll just point it right at him and right in the head. And she thinks she'll shoot him in the head, and then I make her shoot him again, just for good riddance. But they still do a lot of curling around and stuff, and
I can tell Randy sitting there going, "Shoot him again, Marla! Shoot him again!"
That's exactly. Shoot the son of a bitch again. Give him let him feel the wrath of Marla, Annie Oakley. You know.
That'll teach you to behave, Randy.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, 7 of the little bastards.
Just like you're in East St. Louis, she'll cap your ass.
I know it. But we still haven't got Phil, the mother, you know. So I've stopped all trap because Phil's big, and these are all little ones. And I've had to stop trapping here till the 1st of October or 1st of November because APL, Animal Protective League, they'll spay and neuter for $35 and they'll take feral cats and stuff. So if I get a cat, I want to be able to take him up there and in case I don't get a possum, if I get a cat, then we'll take him up to APL and get him spayed or neutered. So
Huh.
Hmm.
You
Welcome
a
to Cue the
redneck.
Mic. Welcome to Cue the Mic,
possum
where we
nader.
talk all things barbecue.
Yeah.
And anything else that pops up into these two efforts heads.
Capping possums.
Randy, it sounds like you got your first cold of the year, which means you'll be sick till fucking April.
No, it's just sinuses. Just sinus.
It also doesn't help that Randy did not connect his microphone, I just noticed. So apologies to all of our listeners. He's talking through his AirPods.
Oh, okay.
It'll be fine.
AirPod.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You don't want me to try to get it set in there?
I would, but I think that would have to include us to stop recording and restart. And we would miss out on such a great 6-minute story.
Okay, we'll just stay there.
Yeah.
He can't connect in the middle?
No. It just told me that he couldn't. I mean, he can try.
I don't want to screw it up.
Well, if you screwed up, you screwed up. It's not a big deal. It started recording at the beginning, so I'll just cut them together.
So I go to speaker.
No, go to microphone.
Oh, microphone, yeah. It's on the AirPods, so I want to go to my C505.
Nope.
Nope.
Samson.
Samsung. It won't let me switch to it.
Yeah,
You can mute while recording, but you can't switch mics. Damn it.
Damn it,
That's
Janet.
okay. Apologies to all of our listeners.
Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. The 7 Ps.
There you
Those
go.
are business too, including podcast.
Including
the 8th P podcast.
8th P podcast. I finally got my setup all put back together just for you guys.
Yeah,
looks nice, kind of disco looking.
I know, isn't it fun? My light also has different color things, so I could get crazy. What?
Distracting. Distracting. I'm just going to stare at Randy all day.
Should I get crazy and I could get my light could be fun? Oh, ooh.
That's spooky looking.
Look like Cruella DeVille.
Thank you. I could go red. That's
I don't like that. No, you better not do that. We can go 7 different ways.
I can do that too, just by.
I could go green. That's so fun. This is a streaming. So I got a streaming set, so I could become a little video gamer.
There you go.
Am I ever gonna stream? No, I don't know how to play video games. Well.
Hey, Randy, remember this hat?
I should, but what about it?
Remember this hat? I wore this hat when we cooked together. What was our team name? God,
well, I don't know.
Yeah. Remember our team name when we cooked at the Arkansas State Fairgrounds?
Oh boy, yeah.
When we slept underneath the
Easy Up.
Slept under the Easy Up and the Kill Shot.
Yeah, that was an adventure.
We were just telling that story last night when the girls went to the hotel and we were cooking this KCBS contest. What the hell was our team name, Randy? Smack Talk Barbecue.
There you go. Yeah, Smack Talk.
That tracks. Tracks.
And Randy and I, we had multiple stories with that contest, but we had went and we ordered parsley from the local parsley distributor. And when we called the parsley distributor, we figured out that the parsley was at the corner of Assault and Battery.
That's literally what the name of the streets were.
And as we're driving to this produce distributor, there's an old boy in a velvet suit on the corner, and he's got a bottle of Jack Daniels and a 2-liter bottle of Coke, and he's mixing Jack and Cokes in his mouth. Taking a swig of Jack. Hold, please. Got to spin
a
my
swig of
brisket.
Coke.
You know it is, and a swig. Yeah, continue, Randy.
And we were out of place, to say it lightly, in that neighborhood. And so we pretty well hurried up and got the hell out of Dodge. And there at the fairgrounds, part of the fairgrounds, or next to the fairgrounds, they have a dog kennel, or the dog pound is there.
Oh.
Well, they warned us about sleeping out at night, sleeping out, not to leave any food or anything out, because the dogs, there had been several dogs get loose, and they started running in packs, and they had been known to attack people.
And
What
our
the?
brisket, we had left our brisket. It was kind of
No.
frozen, so we had left it out on the table to go to lunch, and we were worried that our brisket was going to be gone when we got back from
Ate by
underneath
the
the tent.
dogs.
Ate by the dogs. But Randy and I, the girls, go to the hotel, and it's cold. It's probably getting down in the 40s, and Randy and
Yeah,
I, we're sleeping in two Lafuma chairs next to each other, and we got a propane heater blowing right on us, and we're in sleeping bags. And this is back before creature comforts,
right.
And we're sitting there sleeping, and it must have been about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden we hear these fucking rattle of these gunshots, boom, 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 and then there's this delay, and then boom, and I look at Randy. Randy looks at me, and he goes, "Kill shot."
Yep. And then during the night, you could hear the dogs. It sounded like a bunch of coyotes running the timber, because you could
Yeah,
hear them barking and carrying on, and all the time you're wondering if the bastards were going to show up at your tent.
yeah, yeah. It was crazy. That's been a long time ago. That was probably
That's been.
2006, maybe 5, 6.
Yeah, I
But
was still with
Wow.
Valspar.
but this hat.
Jeez.
I remember that picture of us at awards. I was wearing this hat,
The
You're
sombrero.
It looks like
sombrero.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
There you
I know.
go.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what look I was going for this morning.
Yeah. Well, you
I brought
succeeded.
it because I'm down in Odessa, Missouri, which is we're at the drag strip track and the I-70 Super Sports drag strip right on I-70, and
Oh,
we're at
okay.
we're at a barbecue contest right in the center of the track, and it's raining. Well, it's supposed to rain. It rained pretty much all day yesterday, so they were supposed to have drag strip races, and we're right in the middle of it. I'm like, it's going to be loud as fuck. Well, they never drag raced because it rained.
Right.
And then they canceled them last night, and people, I guess, were all pissed off because they didn't get their ticket prices back because it rained. And
Oh,
That's kind of.
there's supposed to be some country star here tonight,
Who?
and I think it's supposed to rain again. I don't know. People keep
Okay, what?
asking me shit like this.
What?
John,
Okay.
who buy me a boat? Who sings "Buy Me a Boat"?
Chris Jansen?
Chris Jansen's here.
I love him.
Well, I got 4 free fucking tickets if you
Well,
want.
I wish I would have known that.
Yeah, Chris
I wish.
Jansen to buy me
That
a
would've-
boat.
Oh,
Oh,
he has a lot of good songs.
yeah. So anyway, so Chris Jansen's here tonight. But we're here,
That's
and so it's a first time contest, right? Bless
oh,
his
okay.
heart. Bless his heart, the organizer. He's like,
no.
well, I didn't think we'd want the judges tent right near you guys, so we put the judging area like way out of the way because we didn't think you'd want to be near the judges.
Oh, shit.
4.5 minute walk
Wow.
by
Be
myself
careful. Be careful.
Oh,
through gravel, and we have to go through, if they are drag racing, the staging area where they're staging the dragsters to go to the start line. We have to go through the drag. Yeah.
Wow. Many
Yeah.
teams
So
there?
no, 23. There were supposed to be 26. There's 23 that
Okay.
showed up. It was cold
Okay.
yesterday. Oh man, it was
Wind?
chilly. Oh, it was windy. It was cold. We couldn't get to the hotel. I went to the hotel. I'm flying solo this week again, but us and Porky Butts is here, so we're
Right.
side by side, and we went to the hotel last night. Couldn't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
I love
Speaking of
this
getting
kind of
there
weather.
fast enough, tell us about your adventure last weekend at the Royal Oak Invitational.
The
I'm
Royal
anxious to
Oak
hear.
Invitational.
I'm
Oh yeah,
anxious to hear about that.
you talk about rolling out the red carpet.
Is that right?
Oh, you walk. So we drove down there, uneventful. We flew back from Florida. We got there Wednesday. Well, we flew back Wednesday night, caught an Uber back to the hotel. The Uber driver thought we were taking him, we were going to axe murder him or something because where we were parked clear in the back of this fairgrounds. I'm like, just try. I said, when I got in the car, I said, hey, we're going to this place. Trust me, I'm not going to kill you. But
Well, that's a good way to scare
we're
somebody.
going to the back of this fairgrounds, and trust me, I just don't pay attention to the directions on your GPS. I'm going to take you. We're parked in an RV. They parked us clear at the back of this damn fairgrounds. It's way back in the middle of nowhere. Just trust me, I'll get you there. But it's just going to seem weird. But he goes, okay, no problem. So he takes us all the way back. And I said, now to get out of here, all you got to do is go over here to this road grader and take a left, go up to the dump truck, take a right. And, because it's a. So anyway, he goes to leave and he can't find his way. And so he finally rolls back up, and I'm like, okay, you got to see this right over here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't listening very good. So anyway, he finally got
Jeez.
out of there, whatever. So we spent the night, and we got up early and headed south and had an uneventful trip heading south, and pulled in there. And, they live, Royal Oak's headquarters is kind of on the north side of Atlanta in Roswell, Georgia, which
Okay.
is really suburbia Atlanta.
Okay.
Um, and so when you get off I-75, you get, I think maybe 125 stoplights maybe to get to their place.
Right.
Maybe that's exaggerating. Maybe it's only 124,
Right.
but a shit pot full of stoplights. I mean, a shit pot full of stoplights to get to their place. Anyway, and you pull in, and they had told me, they're like, you're not going to believe it. You're just not going to believe it, but just follow the GPS. I'm like, okay. So I pull in, and here's this Home Depot parking lot. And I'm like, what in the hell? And so you start to go past this Home Depot parking lot. There's all kinds of shit. And here's this big gate, brick gate, facade, Royal Oak headquarters.
Mm.
And then you pull up to this beautiful 25-acre campus out in the middle of the
Really?
woods, out in the
I'll be
middle of
damned.
in the middle of this suburbia Atlanta. And so we pulled in, and they took us up to our spot, and pretty tight quarters, but we had plenty of room. We could, and we set up in there, big shaded area, just absolutely stunning. I mean,
Wow.
the back of my
It looked
trailer
like it.
was, it was just the back of the trailer. We could look back, deer running through the woods. And I mean, it was
I'll be
just
damned.
absolutely good. And they put on a show. The whole management team at Royal Oak, they've so bought into competition barbecue that
Okay.
they are so intrigued. And so everything was about the cooks. They fed us well, and it wasn't fancy. It wasn't fancy stuff. They didn't rush you. They really didn't. Um, it wasn't it was kind of a tight schedule, but it wasn't like you have to be here at 5 o'clock. They
Right.
go, hey, we're having this event from 5 to 7. Show up when you want. We're going to do team introductions at 6. So you could
Right.
just casually show up whenever you want. They always had coolers
Nice.
full of beer. They always had coolers full of whatever. Now, when we got there, they gave hotel rooms to everybody for as long as you wanted, so you could have a hotel room Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. We just went to the hotel on Thursday night to get out of the RV. And so they have this huge, the teams all have this huge bourbon party in the
Oh,
hotel lobby. And the hotel lobby is about as big as my inside of my trailer.
Oh
And we
boy.
stuffed a huge amount of people in this hotel lobby. And every year they do it. And the manager of the hotel goes, oh, I remember you people.
I
and
remember
and
you
they don't
people.
and so this year, the hotel manager went out and got all kinds of treats for everybody.
That's so
She'd come up with
sweet.
sausage and cheese trays and Chex
Ah,
Mix and just had this
I'll be
whole
damned.
spread set up, and everybody brought bottles of bourbon, and they had probably 30 bottles of bourbon out there, and everybody and that turned into cookout grill, and McDonald's runs it 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't know. Hell, I went to
Sure.
bed 11 o'clock, but anyway.
sounds
Well,
fun.
So we did that, and then the next morning they provide all the meat. So we
oh,
had to
really?
be there. They had breakfast at 8. So then we had meat. They had bags of meat. So you had to define whether you were cooking chicken legs or thighs or wings. So, I had selected earlier in the year that I was cooking legs when I got invited. So they said, okay, everybody do legs. There was 30 teams cooking legs. Okay, here, go pick a bag. And so here you get a bag. It had 1 brisket, 2 pork butts, 3 racks of ribs,
Huh.
and 16 chicken legs.
That's
I'll
kind
be
of
damned.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
And so we went back, and you had time to go ahead, and that was at 9 o'clock. You had lunch at noon. You had team introductions at 1, so you had to hurry up and trim all your meat and do that. And then we had an event that night, and then you had to, cook your meat, a regular KCBS contest. Okay,
Right.
hang on, hold please.
Dun, 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 dun,
Got to.
dun,
It's
dun,
time
dun.
for the annual spin your brisket.
Spin to win.
Annual.
I think I need to turn my light. Oh yeah, it's not my annual.
It's not annual.
There you go.
Now we
There
can.
you go. Are we gonna get to see said brisket today?
God damn, that's hot.
First time he's ever done that.
Yeah,
So he
I'm
didn't know
sure.
that was hot. He didn't know that was hot.
I didn't know it was hot. Don't be looking at my brisket like that, fucking Blaine Hunter. Huh?
He's aggressive this morning.
Yeah, he is.
Hostile a little bit. I feel like somebody pissed him off already. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
Blaine's looking at my
Good.
brisket like, hey, I'm going to beat you by fucking 20. Good thing he didn't know how to cook pork. Ha!
Porky Butts doesn't know how to cook pork.
Right. He didn't last week anyway. Got first in chicken though. So anyway, so we got it, and I got really, normally when we do those get your meat, I really don't get a lot of good meat. And so I got the chicken was really small, which was okay by me. Our ribs were decent. Our pork was decent. Our brisket it was really marbled. It was thin on one end. It was okay on the other end, but it was really marbled. And so, but it had this brown kind of tinge on the top of it, which was a little concerning to me. It was
Right?
like, and the crowback was broke, like it was maybe something wasn't
Oh,
right
yeah.
with it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it didn't smell. So I'm like,
Okay.
just cook it. Don't be a whiner. Just fucking cook the brisket.
Yeah.
So I just cooked the brisket. And so, hang on. Got to set my timer, otherwise I'll get distracted.
Well, we don't want that.
Yeah, because I'm on a
Oh
different
no.
timeline. I'm on a different timeline today because,
Because you had to have the
uh,
4-minute walk?
well, I got a long walk. Hang on, I need to write down my timeline too because I'm not a timeline guy normally, but
This is a hot mess today.
I am a fucking hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
5.
33.
Um, no, because we went to the hotel and Blaine needed a ride over, and I'm like, hey, what? Normally I've been starting my pit like at 3 o'clock, and I said, what time do you want to start pitting? He goes 4 o'clock. I said, okay, I'll make that work fine, no big deal. So I just adjusted my timeline to accommodate.
Yeah.
That's nice
Right.
of you.
So I'm an hour later today, so I'm just adjusting. It's no big deal. It's just meat and
no
heat,
big deal.
right?
It's just meat and heat.
Remember that.
Remember that.
Remember that, right? So 5, 4.
Okay, back to Royal Oak.
Yeah, back to Royal Oak.
Back to
So how'd
Royal
you
Oak.
do?
Hang on. I just looked at the clock. Gotta take my pork out.
Okay.
This man is a mess.
Okay, now we're better. Now we're better. Now we're back. Now we're good. Now we're
No,
back.
he's fine.
Okay, now I'm back.
Okay, so back to
anyway,
Royal Oak.
so anyway, had a really good cook. Really good cook. Everything went as planned. Everything was fine. Chicken got wasn't getting done. I cooked it on the Jambo. Hadn't cooked it on the Jambo all year long, but I figured I was in the South. Maybe wanted a little bit of wood.
Right.
So I gave him a little wood on the Jambo. Really liked it. Sherry was a little nervous because it was like 11:15 and my chicken was at 170 degrees and it should have been about 190.
Right.
And she's like, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Just come sit in the chair right here. Watch pot never boils." And she's like, "What?" And I said, "Just come sit in the chair." So 11:30, 11:40 are going by, and people are like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm sitting in the chair, waiting for my chicken to get done. Watch pot never boils." So I'm not
There you
even
go.
paying any fucking attention to it.
No, you ain't gonna do anything to it.
11:45, boom, chicken's done. Right? Don't
There
even
you
look
go.
at it. It'll get done. Right? It caught up.
Quit
Got
opening
the
the pit
chicken.
up. You're gonna cool it off.
Quit opening the pit up. Chicken was perfect. Turned it in. 10th place chicken. First chicken
Okay.
call we had in quite some time.
Not bad.
Ribs, tried a little something different. I was sitting next to Bill Purvis, and he has his new peach wrap out. Right? Have you
His
seen
Okay.
his peach wrap? Have you seen his peach wrap?
Peach wrap.
Yeah, hang on.
Peach.
I got a little demo.
Peach.
He gave me a bottle of his new peach barbecue pork and peach wrap.
Yes.
Right?
Hell
Peach flavored.
yeah.
Peach flavored.
This is the
So I
best
said,
flavor in the
"Hey,
world.
Bill, my ribs have been shit, and we're in Georgia. Give me a bottle of that shit." So he
Yeah.
gave me 2 bottles.
There you go.
So I took a bottle and put it in my ribs.
I
But I cooked my ribs on the pellet
fuck that
cooker,
up.
which I hadn't been doing. I'm like, Bill and I had a little conversation about cooking ribs. He goes, "I've been cooking mine on the pellet cooker." And I'm like, fuck, I'm cooking mine on the pellet cooker too. Cooked them on the pellet cooker, cooked the shit out of them, put some peach wrap, 3rd place ribs.
As
Now,
they should.
when did you put the peach wrap in it?
When I wrapped it.
When you put the butter and honey and everything else in?
Yep. Same. I did the
Okay.
same exact wrap I normally do.
That was
Uh-huh.
probably a real sweet and savory.
Yeah.
I bet they
It
taste.
was.
Could you tell a difference in the taste?
Randy,
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't
I
right.
don't
taste
Sorry.
taste them, and I didn't ask Sherry.
Okay.
I just turned them in.
But
Come
you got
on,
what
Randy.
place with them?
3rd place.
Yeah, very respectable. Very
Third
good.
place. I think 3rd place. Maybe it was 4th place. No, I think it was 3rd place. 3rd place ribs. Yep.
Let's
So
just call it third.
pork turned out really
Just give
well.
him a
I'm a
podium.
pork cooking. I've been
Yeah.
a pork cooking mofo. Pork turned out super well. 4th place pork.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yep.
Whoa.
So we're coming in. I
Sound
mean, I'm in good shape on this damn contest. I
10,
got a
4, and
10th,
4.
4th,
Are we
10th, 4, and 3. 10th,
are we
3rd,
climbing
and
at a
4th.
good are we climbing at a good time? Because
Yeah, climbing a good time. 10th, 3rd, and
when's the
4th. Then we
Royal?
get to brisket. And I didn't taste the brisket. It turned out okay. It was good. It didn't, it was decent. It turned out okay. It was thin, but it turned out okay. It was juicy as shit. Oh my God, it was juicy.
And
So anyway, we turned in. We didn't get a call from brisket.
Yeah.
So anyway, they start hitting the top, and people were looking at me like, "You this some bitch won." Like, brisket was really, really suspect.
All right.
We get called for 9th overall, and I'm like, "Ooh, I really shit the bed in brisket."
Yeah. How many teams were down there, Darren?
36,
what'd you get?
34th place brisket.
Oh
Holy
shit!
Christ. Gee, many Christmas.
I had all 9s in appearance. I had all 9s and 1/8 in tenderness. So I fucking
Right.
nailed the brisket. And I had almost all 7s and a couple 8s in taste.
Oh,
With
yikes.
Wow.
comment cards
What'd you
about
forget?
foul taste. I think that brisket was bad.
I think it was too.
And I didn't taste the brisket.
And Sherry didn't either?
No, I think the brisket was bad. And Bill Purvis, he had the same kind of brisket as I did.
Uh-huh.
And because the brisket even had a little black line underneath where the fat line was. It wasn't just an injection line. It was just kind of, it didn't look right. It just didn't look right. But what do? You got one brisket, you turn it in, right?
Right.
So Bill Purvis tasted his, and he's like, I couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. It was sour.
Ew.
And he's like, I just couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. And he got 35th in brisket.
No shit.
So,
And
what do you
there's
do
nothing
when
I
that
could have done
happens?
except for if I would have said, this is suspect. Can I have another brisket? I could have done that. But this brisket was so marbled. I'm like, I'm not giving this fucking brisket up. Even though it didn't smell. I thought if it would have been
Didn't have that
overaged,
sour smell to
it
it?
didn't have the sour smell to it. Even though when I go back, I took pictures of the brisket, that it was, I took pictures of the brisket that it was, when I trimmed it, because I was taking, and you can see where I trimmed it.
Ugh.
So you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that or not.
No, your light's gonna cause problems.
Back it
Okay.
off a
Your
little
ring
bit.
light.
Back it off a little bit.
Hang on, somebody's knocking at the door.
Oh, you podcasting?
Yeah.
Oh, coffee?
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Breakfast is going on.
Okay. Coffee
Thanks.
deliver. Can you? Okay.
Yeah, you can see the marbling in it.
Okay. So, but if you look
Sure.
at, there's this,
Ew.
Oh,
there's kind
you're
of
telling
a
me
eighth
you
inch
looked
of
at that?
brown, slimy, slimy.
You looked at that and you're like, this'll do?
Yeah, I'm just kind of, just cook the damn thing.
Darren.
And I probably shouldn't have just cooked the damn thing.
No.
Or
So you
I
say
should have,
Bill's was
I was
better?
trimming the fat. You see, I trimmed the fat off. I should have just trimmed that whole layer off, but I didn't.
Oh.
Right.
Hindsight, 2020.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Probably cost me about 20 grand there, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Just money. But anyway,
Just money.
overall, great time.
20 grand. It's just money.
Great time. It's just money, Emma.
When you're
just
loaded,
money.
it's just nothing.
It's just money, Emma.
Rest of us are over here like, oh, to be so lucky.
Just money. But I mean, I was real happy with my cook, but Rooters and Tutors killed it. They had a great cook. Had a great time cooking. Hang on. Brisket time.
It's impressive by the fact that he got such a high score and its looks, because that looked terrible.
It looked terrible, yeah.
Cooked.
Yeah, I agree with you, Emma. Looked nasty.
Yeah, why would you cook that? He deserved 34th place. Making questionable decisions. We're this close.
Well, you
to
never know.
Darren.
When you're in the hot spot, you gotta do what you think's best, and I agree with that marbling deal.
Maybe it did have a foul smell, and he just couldn't smell it because he can't hear it. Maybe he's also losing his smell.
Might
sense
be.
of smell as well. Foul taste. That would suck. That would just be like a...
I can just see those
ego.
judges getting all pissy face.
What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? But his brisket today is gonna be great. Do you think he likes it? We're just kind of talking shit about it.
Yeah, I do. And he can hear it.
I'm concentrating.
But what are you spraying, Darren?
Water.
Okay.
Parquet?
Butter.
Okay.
What's parquet?
Butter.
Butter.
Oh, okay. I was
Hang
right.
on, I
The
gotta
blue
put a log
bottle.
on. I gotta be due for a log.
I was just gonna ask a question. Oh, Darren, is it like motivational for you when we talk shit while you're actually working on something?
I don't even hear you. I'm focused.
And I can
Never mind
believe
then.
that. Never mind.
To be so easy to tune out, I guess. He
I
looks
gotta,
like Indiana Jones.
I
Yeah,
gotta
he
tune
does.
shit out. I gotta tune shit out.
You look ridiculous.
I'm actually what?
You look ridiculous. You just look like no, don't. You're
I
doing the
think I might
Randy
be on the
pose.
cover of
You gotta get
Entrepreneur
you
magazine.
get your finger up like this, and then you're doing the Randy. No, he does it
Off
off
to
to
the
the
side.
side. It's
Off to the
but
side.
it's opposite lip. It's very interesting, Randy's.
It's opposite. Is it at your left?
I think it's no, like it's wait. Yeah, it's always
No.
it's he just like I don't know. He just kind of it's always up here. It's really hard to get a thumbnail, Randy,
I
because
know.
this is the only
Looks like I'm
pose
always
he
picking
does.
my nose.
Yeah, this is the only he either is doing this pose. Is like I call this is Doctor Evil, from
Dr. Evil.
Austin Powers.
Dr.
Or
Evil.
yeah.
So, good cook.
So anyway,
Or
good
good
cook,
time.
good
Good
cook.
time.
Would have
Good.
maybe
Good
wanted to
time.
do over on brisket, but
You win some, you
fine.
lose some.
It was good. And so then we busted ass home. We knew there was a storm coming. That big storm was coming across on Saturday night, Sunday. So I'm like, if we can just bust ass and try and get to somewhere where we can be sleeping when the storm comes through. So we kept driving because I had been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. So we drove and we finally got to Clarksville, Tennessee about 10:30 that night.
Uh-huh.
Got fuel in the motorhome. Got to the motorhome. I had to go outside to start the generator, and then the generator wouldn't. The transfer switch wouldn't transfer power over to the generator to the
Oh, shit.
motorhome.
Oh
So it was
yikes!
about 78 degrees in the motorhome. Couldn't open the windows because it was raining so fucking hard.
So you
So
left after awards.
yeah, we left after awards. So it was 78 degrees and 78 degrees in the motorhome, which was not good sleeping weather.
No,
No
I wouldn't
power
have
in the
been.
motorhome. So I slept about 3 hours, 3.5
Oh, I bet.
hours. And finally I'm like, Sherry's like, what are you doing? I said, come on, let's go. She goes, what? I said, let's go. Fuck, can't sleep. Might as well drive.
Might as well drive, yeah. That's.
So we got up 4 o'clock in the morning and headed north.
How long did it take you to drive home from all the way from down there?
It's about 14 and a half hours.
Few
So
stops
the only
along the way.
problem getting home was there was 30, 40 mile an hour winds coming crosswind out of the west.
Oh.
And when you got
That'll
a
do her.
motorhome pulling a 40, and I don't notice it when I'm in the motorhome, right? You don't know that it's such a big motorhome, you don't notice it.
Right.
Until I got home, I had sea legs for about 6 hours. It's like I had just got out of the fucking boat. I mean,
Really?
I was dizzy. I was like trying to find my bearing. I mean, I was like having to hold on to shit. It was crazy. I had sea legs. It was bad.
That's kind of funny.
So about a
I'm
14-hour
sure.
drive.
Huh? Yeah.
About a 14-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It was windier than hell. But
yeah, I guess last Sunday was pretty windy.
yeah, so got home in good time, in time to, go to the in-laws for dinner and then turn around and start making injections and stuff and get ready to go for next week.
Now, where are you going after this?
Well, so I'm in Odessa, Missouri, and then I'm going to actually leave the trailer down here because next week I'm coming to cooking a double header at Booby Q, which is just about 10 miles up the road.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm cooking that
what
solo
town's that
too.
In? What town's
I
that
don't know.
in?
Oak Grove, I think. Oak Grove, Missouri.
Oak Grove.
Just east of
that
Kansas
is close
City.
by. Yeah, that is close.
Yeah, so I'm in Odessa, and then I'm going to Oak Grove. So I found Unfamous Dave, barbecue team. He's offered for me to leave my barbecue trailer at his place.
Oh,
So
that's
after
nice.
so after the contest, I'm going to leave my barbecue trailer there today, and then I'm just going to bust ass home tonight in the pickup truck, and then
Sure, make good time.
yeah. So I don't know whether I'll stay for awards today or not, but
Now, you're saying a doubleheader. Is that like a Saturday, Sunday type
yeah,
deal?
yep.
Or,
Saturday
okay.
turn in, Sunday turn in. Yeah, it's going to be a who's who of barbecue because everybody's coming in for the American Royal.
Is that the next weekend?
Yeah, the American Royal. So everybody loads into the American Royal on Wednesday of the previous week, which is another doubleheader.
Right.
So yeah, so I'll do the BBQ doubleheader, and then I'll take the trailer home to restock it, and then we'll come back down Wednesday morning, get all the
For the
meat.
Royal.
Yeah, so when I get home now, I got to get all this meat trimmed for the Royal, for the, get everything ready to go.
Right.
I got 4 contests coming up in a matter of days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No kidding.
Won't be much work. Won't be much work getting. Oh, I'll be working. I just won't be much nightlife, I guess.
Right. Well, I've had an
Okay.
interesting week.
Huh.
Yeah.
Please tell.
Besides the possums, working on
Yeah.
my website, online ordering for holiday fair.
Yeah.
Finally got it done. If anybody's using Toast, now granted Toast was offline earlier this week because of the whole Amazon.
The world was offline.
It's yeah. Everyone was screwed. I couldn't even work.
Couldn't you really?
No, Canva was down.
Because
Which is
Canva was down.
Yeah, that's my whole job.
Yeah. I'll be damned. Well, anyway, I got a few suggestions for our listeners. Anybody using Toast and using Toast technical support, which I used to dog cuss. I don't dog cuss as much now. But the key is to call in like during the morning before, say, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock per se, because after that, then the foreign exchange students kick in at about 11, and you get them. And some of them I actually knew more than they did, and I would just say, okay, I got it fixed, and get done with them. But I did get a couple foreign exchange students that did a really good job. But the majority of them,
how early should a person call?
I like calling about 7 o'clock in the morning because I think the shift changes at 6 or somehow, and you start getting people from Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma.
Because of course, Randy, you always ask from where they're from.
Yeah, I do. I'll while we're sitting, I go, now, where are you from? No.
Where are you from?
Oh,
that tracks.
And that what?
That tracks.
What do you mean?
That makes sense.
Okay. And so, well, when they speak English and not, a Asian accent, that's when I'll ask. And 7 o'clock in the morning is a good time to call in.
Huh. Interesting. Duly noted.
But hopefully, with the help of Emma, we'll get our online ordering online up and going, and it's up and going. I'm nervous because I've got on there when you can pick up the stuff, but it's still, I'm afraid people are going to not remember that and think they can pick it up now or whenever. And for the online ordering, for the way we're using it, Toast has its limitations. It can't give out, it has some limitations.
Well, you can't segregate. So we use Toast Online Ordering every day, so we can't put our holiday meats on Toast Online Ordering because now, which makes me think about that because we used to run our holiday meats through the food truck. but we probably could have done it through our food truck company because we don't use the food truck. We probably could have put it up on our food truck operation and did online ordering, changed the food truck to holiday meat ordering,
Right.
right?
And that's
And because then we could have just set it up as there and only made those available days for pickup, just like you're doing it. But we weren't able to do it as a pickup,
right.
right?
Yeah, because you're doing double online. So what I did was I made a category of holiday items, and then I have that's the one I'm using
But you
for
can't limit that. I couldn't limit that category. I can't have one category open for all the time and that category only open for these days,
oh, okay, probably so. Probably
right?
so. No, you can't. Right. Right. And the other thing is when you call in earlier of the morning, oh, wait a second. There she is. What a beaut.
I
That is a
mean,
good looking brisket.
You got a good looking brisket there, mister.
I think what we go.
But the other thing is with calling in early, besides getting technical support that you can understand, you get you don't have to wait on hold.
Yeah, that makes
There's
sense.
so it makes life a little easier and stuff.
Except you
So
just gave everybody the answer to, the problem. So now early morning is going to be.
no, they won't be that.
Nah, people don't get up that early.
That's fair.
But
People aren't
but you
crazy
don't
like
want to get
us.
up too early because you still get the overnight shift coming in.
Well,
And
you get India. You get India.
yeah, exactly.
This
You
conversation feels borderline unethical. I just want you guys to know
No,
that.
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's very helpful because it has to do with help desk and how do you navigate help desk as a consumer.
right.
It's not
And
unethical. It's not racist. It's not whatever because it truly is. And if customers, and I understand it's a labor problem, right?
sure,
Because like toast, they do it because it's hard to find somebody in customer service that wants to work the night shift, right? So what they do
exactly.
is they outsource that stuff to overseas. Everybody
Right.
does it. They
Yeah,
outsource it to overseas and they give them a manual, and so then they follow the manual. Well, it's the same shit that you can read online, but you've read it online and don't understand it. So
exactly.
so they're reading right to you what you've already read, and then you get frustrated. Whereas
Well,
if somebody was an expert, a resident expert on the system,
right.
then they understand. So there's nothing bad about it. It's just a flaw in the system. So the customer, the POS that figures that out and figures out how to pay a premium to people to be customer service and resident experts at night and think about restaurateurs, because most restaurateurs aren't up at 7 o'clock in the morning because
Right.
when they close restaurants at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, most restaurants don't open till 11, which means they don't walk in the
Right.
door till 10 in the morning. They want to fuck around with that shit in the middle of the afternoon, right? So they do their lunch service, and then that's when they want to work on their system, is the middle of
Clean
the
up that.
afternoon when they have time, or after they close. They don't want to deal with it at 7 in the morning because they're sleeping.
Yeah, that
Now
makes
us
sense.
barbecue guys, we're early guys, right?
Yeah. Get stuff on and then you got time to
You
uh
just got to think about your customer.
but yeah, it's there's nothing more frustrating to ask a question, let me put you on hold. And you can tell they're just looking it up. And they
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back and you can tell they're reading it. And then you ask another question. Let me look into that. Same deal.
yeah.
And after about 3 or 4 times of that, I'm just like, oh, never mind. Now, I have made the mistake of hanging up on somebody, or not hanging up, but saying, okay, I've got this figured out, blah, 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 getting them off the phone because they're a pain in the ass. and then wait about 10 minutes and call back in and get the same person. And it's like, oops,
Whoops.
oops. Well, I just had a few other questions that came to my mind, But I think we've got it up and going. And Marla says I'm worrying about it more than I should. That we're still going to get phone calls with questions, and we probably will. So,
Yeah, I
but at
mean,
Right.
least we got it out there.
you,
At least,
yeah, you can't, it, yeah, you can't eliminate that. That's almost impossible to eliminate.
yeah.
You could,
Another thing is on turkeys. I was talking to a fellow barbecuer a couple of weeks ago at a food show, and we were talking about turkeys, and I get my turkeys at Walmart,
yeah,
and he's like, "How do you?" Because turkeys, I went and priced them yesterday, and they were 82 cents a pound, and he's like, "Well, Walmart won't sell them to you," and I said, "Yeah, they will. If you go in there here in a week or so, and after you kind of get an idea of how many you're going to need, if you go to the meat department or the store manager and tell them I'm going to need 25 turkeys in the 14 to 16 pound range and I'll need to pick them up November 18th because they're going to be froze hard as a wedding prick. And I'm going to need them
That's
on
right.
like the 18th, something like that. So you got time to thaw them out. They'll have them all boxed up on cart for you. They'll go through and sort through them and pick out the 14s to 16s and do all that for you and have them all on a cart. And then you just go in first thing of a morning, while there's
Of a
not a
morning.
big crew of
of
a
a morning.
morning, and pick them up. And a lot of times they'll take and put the stickers on the outside of the box so you don't have to go through each turkey and run that through the scanner. Or you go to a register and have somebody at the register do it for you. But Walmart will sell you turkeys. And I think he was saying that he said, I went in there and I had to sort through them myself and got pissed off and just said, forget it. And I said, talk to the meat department manager, tell them what you're doing. There's other people doing it. So don't give up
Relationship,
on Walmart.
relationship, relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't walk
Exactly.
in the last minute and say you want something. Plan.
No, because you're going to get 18s to 20s, because the smaller birds go first.
Yeah. So we get ours through PFG, of course,
Right.
and they were only able to secure because I want a 14 to 16 too.
Okay.
They got 40 cases of 14 to 16 pounders. Everything
That's
else
it.
filling Kirk is 20 to 24 cases, right? Or 20
20
to
to
24
24 pounds.
pounds, right?
Right.
So he's like, hey, Darren, I got your 14 to 16. I got 40 cases. Do you want all of them? I said, well, yeah, I want all of them. He goes, your name's on all of them. They're a proprietary item for you. If you end up not wanting all, let me know. I'll put them out to the market. But right now, they are all yours. And
Right.
that's the only one for the entire PFG at our distribution center. We get all the 14 to 16. Everybody else is getting 20 to 24s.
Yeah.
Huh.
And we don't want shit. 20 to 24 is just, you can't cook that son of a bitch.
You cook it for
From
a
a,
week.
well, yeah, and you'll never get it done. It's just, but that 14 to 16 is just a great bird to cook.
Yeah. That's kind of the key weight, isn't it?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah. And I agree. It's kind of a shot in the dark for me, especially of how many I'm going to need. Uh, but I'm probably going to go in next week and give them my order and tell them how many I'm going to need on a certain date, and they'll start pulling them. They'll get somebody to pull them and put them on a cart and keep them in the freezer. And if need be, I'll take them, and put them in our freezer till we need to get them thawed out. But they were 82 cents yesterday.
Yeah, mine aren't
Gee,
going to be
man.
that. Mine are coming in at $1.40 or whatever,
Right, right.
Jeez.
But they're
which is cheaper
you.
than last year.
Huh.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Food prices are going down.
Yeah. Pork seems to, we're seeing pork down. we'll see this whole. We were having a conversation last night about this whole Argentinian beef thing, and I'm like, is it just, did he say something, and is it just a blown out of proportion thing? Probably. Yeah. Was he just talking? Does he like to talk? Yeah. Will he really
Well,
buy anything? Probably not.
but we were going to town to eat supper last night and had on the farm report, of course.
Which we
And
haven't had a farm report yet, but that's fine.
well,
We'll
this
get to
could
it.
be yeah, we'll get to it.
Let's hear it.
Here.
But
You want us to cue you in?
yeah, cue me in.
How about the farm report, Randy?
All right, today I was listening to the radio, and Josh St. James, the executive director of the Illinois Beef Association, was on there, and Farm Bureau Radio was talking to him about that. And since he said that, feeder cattle futures have been down the limit for the last 4 days. So that's not good for the cattle producer. I mean, and retail prices haven't went down, which people think, well, if the futures are down, no, it's going to be a while before that price going down really affects. So the Beef Association and the farm bureaus and even the corn growers are all wanting people to send letters to their legislators to say, let's not bring Argentinian beef in. And the other thing of it is Argentinian beef, like how I say that and I actually say it right, Argentinian.
Yeah, sure.
Good for me. The Argentinian beef is going to be a lot leaner because most of it's grass-fed. So you're not going to have that fat and marbling that you would on U.S. beef. So people are going to really notice a difference. It's going to be a little stringier, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we had. I've only ever had Argentinian beef once. Every time, we used to go to resorts all the time, and we'd always judge a resort on how good the beach was, how good the swim-up bar was, and how good the food was. And we could never find a resort, no matter where we went, Jamaica, Dominican, wherever, we could never find a resort that had all three great things.
Right.
But when we went to Aruba, they had a great beach. They didn't have a good swim-up bar, but they did have good food because they were close to Argentina. And so their beef, they had beef tenderloin, and the Argentinian beef was actually in a beef tenderloin was actually really good from that, but just hard to judge by a beef tenderloin.
Because isn't a tenderloin a pretty lean piece of meat anyway?
It is. It is. It's not a big marbled piece of beef. So, but I think my thing is, it's like with this whole beef thing and with our business model and everything. So the farmers suffered big time because of drought for many years in Texas. Right. And so they culled their herds. They struggled, and the administration never did anything to bail their ass out. So they culled their herds down. They took their herds down because they couldn't. They were dying, and so they're like, we're just taking our herds down, and we're paying for that now, because we didn't bail them out. Now we're paying for it now.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And because they thought that cows caused, their farts caused emission gases and all that stuff, right? So we're paying for that now. But now, now we need to build back up the herds and do whatever. And if we go through a drought, we got to figure out how do we deal with that, and how do we get them assistance. But when times are good, so being a farmer is really bad, and a rancher is really bad. So it's like, okay, how do we either subsidize or we don't subsidize, or we figure out we're just going to deal with the price, right? And the price is going to go up and down, but what's a fair price? What's a fair margin? Because people ask me all the time, everybody else in town's raised their price of beef. Why haven't you raised your price of beef? And I'm like, because my price of beef didn't go up, because I locked in. Well, you could have raised your price. I'm like, but I don't have to, because I make a fair margin. And that's what I'm about.
You make the margin you want.
And that's why we're bucked out the doors, right? That's why we're lining them out the doors is because we're doing a fair price. Now, if the price of beef goes up, then I'll raise the price of beef. But it's not like I'm taking it backwards, but I'm not going up. So with feeder cattle, I mean, are they making a margin now? Are they trying to make up for lost for past?
Right.
Or if the price of feeder cattle, are they still making a margin today, even if the price of feeder cattle comes down?
If they've been down for the last 4 days.
If they've been down for the last 4 days, are they still making a margin at that? What's the margin
Yeah.
on that cattle? Right?
Yeah, that
Because
number I don't know.
I don't either. Right? But it's like, what's the fair number?
Yeah.
That's
What's the break-even point, and what do you want to make on it?
right. What's the fair number? But then again, you also got the problem that you've got 4 people that are controlling the entire market, and now you've got
Yes.
Walmart coming into it saying, hey, I don't want to be controlled by these 4. I'm going to do my own thing. So they opened just west of here in Kansas, opened their own processing facility and said, we're going to buy
Did
our
they
own
really?
cattle. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
On the Kansas
Whoa.
side of Kansas City, they just opened their own processing facility. So they've had their own stuff, but now they're buying cattle on the market. And farmers are worried that, like Walmart does anything, they're just going to start driving down the ranchers' prices, saying, you want to sell
Right.
those? Hey, we're paying market price today, but we're not buying market price anymore. They're worried that Walmart's going to do that. So Walmart's actually killing cattle just on the Kansas side over here. Instead of just
didn't
doing
realize
boxed
that.
beef, they're actually end to end because they want to control that supply chain. And
I wonder if they have.
It's really weird because I can go to Walmart and buy ground beef and it's $6 a pound, but I
Right.
can go to PFG and buy my premium ground beef that we use for our burger.
Uh-huh.
We buy the Step Up Braveheart, and I'm paying
Right.
$4.67.
Wow.
Fresh, not frozen.
Right.
I don't understand.
But that's the farm report for today.
Thanks for the farm report, Randy.
Yeah.
You know what else we haven't gotten yet?
What's that?
The barbecue tip of the day.
The barbecue tip of the day.
Tip of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Have we done the barbecue fence? Have we talked about the barbecue fence?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm not aware of that.
Blaine Hunter just yelled across going, God damn, you're smart. He just said that to me this morning. Let me show you the barbecue fence. I got to go get it off the smoker because it's working right now.
Interesting.
So the barbecue fence. So if you want to protect, sometimes meat gets crispy on the outside, your brisket, and I know we have the barbecue caddies and all that stuff to kind of keep shapes, and which I don't care about. I'm not trying, but sometimes when your fire, like especially on stick burners, comes across,
right?
You get certain where it wants to scorch, and you've seen a lot of famous brisket places in Texas when the fire comes across, they wrap foil around certain ends of the brisket to protect it.
Right.
Well, I created the barbecue fence.
Oh, you did show us that.
I did show you the barbecue fence?
No, he showed us the caddy.
Well,
this is...
Okay, same thing. But this is not a barbecue fence, multi-purpose. So you take the barbecue fence, take a pair of scissors, cut out the half pan. So it also works as a fence.
To protect your sides.
We'll give you a bonus tip, too. Just in case somebody's already seen that. If I can find the damn thing, because cooking with my wife, she puts shit away in a different place every time, and I can't ever find it.
What?
Emma, you know what this is?
A shredder? I don't
know what that is? Randy, you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
It's a butter cutter. It's a butter cutter.
Oh.
So when you take the butter cutter, so I'm not going to grab the butter out, but when you take the butter cutter, you take a full stick of butter, fancy restaurants used to use this. Take full cutter butter and it cuts the butter into slices. So if you want to cut your butter up when you're putting your ribs, you can do it lengthwise or whatever. Want to cut your butter into pieces so you get actual pieces to put like on top of your chicken or underneath your chicken or on your ribs.
Sure.
Use your butter cutter.
Yeah.
And you got consistency.
Consistency. The other thing that I saw last night, man meat, triple. This is triple. Man meat had a power washer that was hooked up to a 24-volt battery. That hooked up just with a little, it was a power washer head hooked up to a DeWalt battery.
Okay.
That you can buy on Amazon, and you hooked it up to the hose to clean your pit. They were cleaning a can over there. It had like 1,100 PSI.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit, I got a spigot right over here by the Jambo. When I get done, I could just spray out the Jambo right there, especially now because I'm leaving and I'm not going to have a chance to go through a car wash. I could clean that pit out without having to leave. Game changer. Ordered one on Amazon. Said, honey, $49.99.
Get out.
Oh my god.
Get out.
Get out.
What's the name of it? I might get one of those. It'd be handy around
I'll
here.
send you the link, Randy.
All right.
Sure. He's like, you're going to use this once and throw it away. And I'm like, just so. It was worth it. Cost me $12 to wash the damn thing at the car wash.
Sure. I'll be damned.
So anyway, that's the 3 barbecue tips of the week.
Triple header this week.
Triple header. Barbecue fence. Which I probably ought to go put back on my brisket so I don't forget it. And it's almost time for pork to go on. It's 6:30 in the morning. Time for brisket to go on.
It's 6:15.
Or pork. It's what? 6:16.
6:50.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pork's got to go on at 6:40, so I got a little time to eat breakfast or something.
Okay.
All right. I got to piss like a racehorse.
You got anything else?
I don't think so.
I got to get meat on for catering today, so.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good luck with that.
If you haven't already,
it's a no-brainer.
If you haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. You know the drill. Randall, take it away.
Boom. Out of here, finished, done.
Gone.
Okay. See you guys next week.